If you guys are sick of investing and you'd much rather just buy coins, I completely understand. I'll leave a link to my coin sponsor, MMAGAH, in the description. They are cheap, fast, and reliable. I highly recommend them. And if you use code HABER, you get yourself 5% off your order. Enjoy the video, lads. How's it going, lads, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about EA Access, Early Access, and the FIFA 18 Early Access. Now, if you don't know what it is, basically, FIFA 18 Early Access is where you get to play the game for 10 hours about a week earlier than its release. Now, it's a little bit different this year because of the Icon and the Standard Edition release. Now, the Standard Edition is released on the 29th of September in 2017, so it's this September, the 29th, that's when the Standard Edition gets released. If you buy the Ronaldo Nazario Icon Edition, you get it on the 26th. You get it 3 days earlier than the people that buy the Standard Edition. That's one of the perks that you get for buying the Icon Edition. And if you get EA Early Access, you get it a week before the Icon Edition drops. So you get it on the 19th. Now, usually it would be on the 22nd because it's a week before the Standard Edition. But because of how weird it is this year, you get it on the 19th of September. Now, if you're unaware what EA Access or Early Access actually is, basically, you get to play the game for 10 hours a week before it's released. Now, that's 10 hours as soon as you load the game up, it starts. So that's career mode, pro clubs, ultimate team, gameplay, anything like that. It's 10 hours as soon as you load the application up, and when you close it, it stops, and when you load it back up, it opens again. When you close it, it stops. And let me tell you something right now. 10 hours goes very, very quickly, and especially if you're stupid like someone over here that once accidentally left his application open like all night and ran out of his 10 hours on the first day. Let's not talk about how that happened. Let's move on. So basically, the way that it works is it all carries over to your actual FIFA. This is your actual account and this is your actual FIFA. Rather than in the beta where nothing carries over and it's completely irrelevant, this is your actual account and it gives you a head start on everything. Not only that, but a popular thing that people do is the FIFA point carryover. So on the early access, when you first load the game up and go into Ultimate Team, if you have FIFA points on the previous FIFA, for example FIFA 17, it will give you an option to carry over the FIFA points. Now, what a lot of people do is they invest a lot of money into FIFA points on FIFA 17, say they put on like 12, 24, 36,000 FIFA points, they carry it over, then they open all the packs on the web app so it doesn't run out of their 10-hour limit, and they get to open packs and make coins on their account before FIFA 18 release, or before the FIFA 18, or before FIFA release in general, depends on what we're talking about. I'm just talking in hindsight, but in previous years that's what people have done, and to my knowledge it's in this year as well. We're going to get the FIFA point carryover again, so yeah, and I'll bring you a video close to the time on that as well. Now, you can use this once per account, but you can use it on multiple accounts on the same console. So if you have 4 or 5 different accounts on your console, you can use the early access several times, but you have to buy it on each account. So the way you do it is it's a $5 per month or £4 subscription service, or you can buy a 1-month code from G2A or CD Keys or any other external website to buy yourself codes. I've purchased a couple of codes from CD Keys personally, where you guys can get the early access. I've got EA access, and what it is, it's not just FIFA as well. This is one thing that's pretty cool. You get to play pretty much every game early, or every game that's on the EA access, for completely free for as long as you buy it for. So essentially, you could probably get FIFA 18 for the entire year if it works out like that. I'm not entirely sure if it gets released fully onto the EA Access, but whatever games are on there, if you bought a year code or a year subscription, you can literally play it all year and you'd pay less than paying the actual game. I'm not saying that's what you should do, I'm just saying that that's probably a possibility, but that's how it works. You buy EA Access, and I believe now it's on both consoles and PC. It's always been on Xbox and PC because Xbox have had a licensing agreement with EA, but I think this year, because that's ended, it's going to be on PlayStation as well, which is pretty cool. So all consoles are going to have EA Access at the start of the year, which is pretty decent. I like the idea of having equal to consoles now. I didn't like the fact that Xbox had more than PlayStation, etc. So it's going to be cool having all consoles having 10 hours early access. The advice I'd give to you is do the FIFA point carryover to get yourself FIFA points. Open them all on the web app. I made the mistake of opening packs on the console for a video, and it ran out of my 10 hours really, really quickly, and it hindered me from making videos for about 2 or 3 days until the full game was released. It was kind of annoying, but that was a mistake I made. I'm definitely going to be opening my packs on the web app, and I recommend you guys do that too. I'd say just play games and get the Ultimate Team experience that you want on the console when you want, rather than just either putting it off and doing everything in the web app, or doing nothing on the web app and doing it all on the console. I'd say balance it and get the Ultimate Team experience before the game comes out. And remember that it's only a week before the game comes out. The full game comes out like a few days after you run out your 10 hours. So don't fret, it will be very quick from the game getting released from you losing your 10 hours. And let me tell you that for free, it does go quickly, you know, like a lot of people try and preserve the 10 hours for so long that they've got like 3 hours left and it's the day of the release, so it makes no sense. Just make sure you get all out of the early access that you want and just prepare yourself for the game, basically. It gives people a huge advantage with FIFA points and packs, so you guys can get a huge coin advantage straight away before everyone else. And yeah, with the Icon Edition being released this year, I think it'll be really fun to start the game, and I'm very excited for it. So hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you lads later.